Kenosha today.
Hello again, everybody.
Oh, Harry! Oh, yeah, Harry!
You know, there comes a time when you probably ought to stop broadcasting. I probably should have quit about 5 years before I passed.
I think we should have quit about 20 years ago.
That's okay. I've been listening since 10. I can't make anything out of it.
What am I counting? What do I know? We only deal in truth here.
Oh, my God. What world am I living in? Scott Barter's making me laugh.
Don't you feel a little stupid? Go over there this afternoon. Throw your worm in the water and see how that works out.
Throw your worm in the water means something different in Los Angeles.
Well, it means about the same thing here in Kenosha. Wow. Things haven't changed.
That's what I'm saying. I can't make heads or tails which part is which.
Was a virgin sacrifice?
Not that I recall. We couldn't find one.
And not in Kenosha anyway, right?
Get through what you got to get through, Scott.
This program is a real challenge.
Good morning, everybody. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the May 18th edition of the award-winning Kenosha Today Weekly Report. Coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP. We are streaming live and booming across the damp and chilly cornfields of the Midwest, reaching out to over 1.4 million listeners residing here in the Tri-County area. I think, are we ever going to have a spring, or are we just going to move right straight to summer?
There is no spring here. It just goes immediately to summer.
This is spring.
From 0 to 90.
In one day.
You know, we get blamed for, I get blamed, Elmo gets blamed because it's usually his fault for a lot of things, and we've been taken to task for having such a bad spring. Elmo.
Everything is my fault. I learned that a long time ago.
Being brought to you this morning by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. Back with us this morning, the fixer, Elmo Schneider, joins us here in the Enchanted Kingdom this morning. Elmo.
Good morning.
Also with us, my boyhood hero, our video coordinator, the Spider Love, joins us here at Camp Happy Face. Spider.
Good morning.
You're looking all spiderish this morning.
My pants are all pulled up.
You know, I put in an order with Captain Mike to get you some suspenders. And they're on back order.
Okay.
I assume you take the extra big.
Yeah.
And, of course, engineering and board operating the Kenosha Today Trolley Ride this morning. Wacky Wayne is here with all my children. Wayne?
Yep, I'm here.
Mr. Enthusiast.
Jeez, taper it back a little bit.
I've got enthusiasms.
You're back with the hat?
Yeah, sure, why not?
And a little fuzz growing on the old chin there?
It's been there for a while, yeah. Way to notice things, Scotty. It's okay.
Did you have it last week?
Yeah, I painted this on this week, actually. It's amazing that you didn't notice last week.
Well, if I make a statement that I've been looking at you closely, then Gunga's going to call in.
Right, he'll be sad, yeah, right.
Hey,
Gotcha.
A new segment here coming up sometime this morning on the Kenosha Today Show. Bubba the Bouncing Trolley Driver. Remember him? He calls us every week.
Every now and again, yeah.
He's going to bring his sophomoric humor and his new title as the Kenosha Today Director of Community Events.
Ooh.
Oh, really? I can't wait for that. Hold on.
Just keeping it real. And
Somebody get me a seatbelt. I'm going to fall out my chair.
hang on, baby.
4-point harness.
We're going to the Hudson.
I don't know if I can handle all this excitement.
If you have to take a break to go potty, just raise your hand and we'll just wing it for a while.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
That's a real good idea.
Yeah, let's do that.
This week,
I'll be back right around noon. Yeah.
This week, the Kenosha Today Secret Word Challenge is sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services, and the Kenosha Today Brain Trust has pre-selected this morning's secret word, and the first caller to say that will win a $20 Boathouse gift card, which we are always delighted in giving away.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up after the 10:30 weather break, Kenosha's fastest growing game show sensation that everybody in town is talking about, the lightning round of City in Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. And then, after the 11 o'clock break, as always, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category, written on the deck at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. The top 10 signs you were eating at a bad salad bar.
All right.
What could go wrong there? We'll find out at 11.
Yeah, we'll find out after 11, I guess.
Also, during that half hour, Stump the Chumps, and we're going to see if any of our listeners are actually smarter than the chumps that sit here in this studio every Saturday morning. And, of course, if you're successful in stumping the chumps, we'll let you join us for an upcoming show. You know, I lost those numbers for those two people. There was a guy and a gal back in March, I think.
Yeah, like
And
forever ago.
Yeah, well, I'd lost them. Somehow they're probably in somebody's tax return.
That's fantastic.
Stump the chumps, and the IRS is looking at this. It must be a new form under the new Trump tax plan.
They're going to
Right.
be getting a letter that they're being audited. That's gonna,
It's repeat business.
you
there
can
you go.
either
Good
appear on
job.
the show or get audited by the
Yeah,
IRS.
yeah.
Take your pick. Okay, that's,
You know what? They'll probably take the audit
If there's
instead of
odds.
coming here. And there's even more comma, boys and girls, after the 11:30 break. Now, I'm not really proud of this, but our special weekly editorial segment is as the
as the spit guard turns.
spit guard turns. See how? See how Elmo times that into the salad bar? See, everything's got a rhyme or
Is it a
reason.
spit
here.
guard or a sneeze guard or a cough guard? I'm never sure what the heck they
Well,
call that thing.
I think cough.
If it was in front of my casket at my funeral, it'd be a
It'd be
spit
a
guard.
spit guard, right? Yeah.
And anyway, it's not that I ran out of time.
Oh.
I'm going to let the audience, this is audience participation week.
Yeah.
And if anybody out there has somebody they want to recognize with a high five,
Sure.
or hit somebody with a zinger, or somebody's a doofus, I can only beat up on the city council, so much it gets old for me.
Sure.
And we have a school board. It's just, there's no controversy there. They just pass everything, and
Yeah,
no
no
controversy
issues.
with the school.
Yeah.
And the county board, there are 27 yawners too. There's not much going on there. It must mean that Mr. Cruiser's doing a heck of a good job.
Somebody somewhere's doing a good job.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, 262-694-1050 if you want to recognize somebody that did something good, other than Elmo and I, and Wacky Wayne and Spider. Hey, Spider, maybe your wife will call in and say you had a good week.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe not.
Yeah.
And it gets even better, folks, for those who might have forgotten. Tomorrow at noon, each and every Sunday, you can relive all the magic here at AM 1050 WIP and listen to the replay of this show. And, of course, you can then watch the replay of this finely tuned, professionally produced excuse for a radio show on Spectrum's Channel 14, Tuesdays at 5 and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. And then, of course, the coveted 2:30 a.m.
AM
Saturday morning. Boy, I don't know if it's better to take us at 2:30 on a Saturday morning when you're pretty much snockered up, or just take this sober here.
It's a tough call. Tough call.
Good morning. You're in Kenosha today.
Good morning, Wacky Wayne and everybody.
Oh, look at her making the rounds.
Yes.
I almost feel
Never,
special.
never get my name mentioned.
Yeah, you do.
yeah,
it was
I
like
do,
3
I
weeks
do.
ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I heard that Wacky Wayne is royally funny and really nice looking. I wish you could show the other two. You'd ever show them on camera. I'd love
I'm
to
quite
see
content
Wacky Wayne and
hiding
Spider.
behind here. No, that's okay.
All right.
Don't even think about it, Spider. unless you're getting on camera too.
I've been on camera.
I'd love to see the other two
okay.
on the camera.
Well,
Yeah,
they're on the,
see,
they're
there
on the
you go.
Facebook page.
Yeah,
they're on the banner
Facebook
on the
page.
Facebook page.
Yeah, we lost that bet.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I
There.
had another nice evening with Gunga last night again.
Yeah.
Are you back to two-timing me or him?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
We had a good time. And I want to give a shout out to Gunga because he did such a good job last week on your show.
Yep, he made it through the show. He did a great job.
well,
He sure did.
he
He
ju-
sure did. He is so funny.
at the 11:30 break, he goes out and backs his car into a stall, keeps the engine running. The guy couldn't wait to get out of here, and he's just shaking his head when he's leaving down the hallway here.
He told me he has very
So
large
he made
shoes
it.
to fill.
He did. I heard a lot of my friends said he did a good job.
Just a
and
second.
I think he did too.
Elmo had to say something. What?
Gunga told me that I have very large shoes to fill, and you know what they say about guys with large feet?
Yeah, they wear big shoes.
Yep.
We'll leave that for our last show when we retire. The looks like the state hemp industry is going to be blooming here, and looks like marijuana is not too far around the corner. If the I guess the Republicans have their way, then I think they're going to start out.
The
according to-
Republicans oppose it.
Oh, they do.
Yes.
Well, without
I can
the,
tell you read anything but the headline.
Good job reading the story, Scott.
I'm just checking you guys out.
That's
see if you're
awesome
paying
research,
attention.
buddy. Awesome research.
Yeah, I'm not worried about my garage yet. I'm not worried.
No.
Okay.
I got my steady customers, so
you steady customers.
I'm not worried.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, where is spring? Holy cow, this is getting ridiculous.
Well, I'm sorry,
It's
we're
like
not.
this every year.
Yeah,
Come on.
I don't think it's been this bad. We've had only one day maybe where it's been in the 70s, but it's
The other day it got a little
It's spring. It's supposed to rain. It's supposed to be median temperatures.
Actually, here, the average last frost is May 13th.
he's right. See, somebody in this studio knows
you're sure he's
what
right?
they're talking about. Yeah,
Or did you just read the headline?
it says last
Well,
frost.
we'll
May
get a
13th
couple
right
warm
here.
days. That'll be our summer.
I haven't been to the golf
week or
course yet.
so. That's usually our summer. It doesn't last long.
Okay. All right. Well, anything else going on?
No, I'm just enjoying my evening with Ganga last night. It was very, very entertaining.
Oh God, get over it.
I sense a love triangle here. So is that the-
Yeah, I know. What can I say?
Yeah, well, if he's going to play that two-timing game, then I guess you can be his altogether. I'm out.
Oh, good.
Not like I don't have enough trials and tribulations in my love life
Yeah,
these days.
You, Scott, you have any troubles?
Oh, you don't know that. Feel my pain, baby.
Nobody knows the trouble I see.
I'm in a mild slump that's taken a couple years off here. See.
You'd
Well-
think you getting your garage door coat out there so much that you would be not in a slump. You would be in there like swimwear. Oh well.
Was that
Yeah,
really
on the air, you
necessary?
sound like you don't have a care in the world. No troubles, no
Who,
nothing.
Wayne?
No, Scott.
Oh, I didn't say I was troubled. Well, I guess I am troubled.
Well, he's very troubled, but we can't afford the
I have issues.
doctor issues.
I got issues. That's the problem.
No, you all do really a good job. You all just so funny and entertaining, and I just really enjoy your show.
Well,
Thanks, Shirley.
go back to the
Everything is
go back to the rum
beautiful.
chata and
I
take a
got
belt out of that.
Some nice lady gave me some rum chata cookies last night.
Oh, no
She
wonder.
made cookies with rum chata in it.
No wonder Gunga was looking good to you.
You trade her some brownies for that?
Yeah, trade her some of your hashish brownies.
Yeah. So I haven't tried it yet, but I've got to try it after a while.
All right. Okay. Well, as always, it's been a delight having you call in. And exposing my troubled life for the sorry thing
Seemed
that
to be
it is.
doing okay the other day down there. Right?
Oh, well,
Yeah, Gaga
Not
will be
anymore.
calling soon, I bet you.
not anymore.
Yeah, Gaga will be calling. I know he will.
Yeah,
There's odds.
when I told that gal my name was Steve Snyder, he says, then she wails on my, she hits me, and after I fell to the floor, I got up, dusted myself off, and I think I can hang with you. Anyway, all right, Shirley, that's enough for
It's
today.
good to have Elmo back, too.
Oh, sure, Elmo. Afterthought.
Thanks, Shirley.
All
I'd
right.
rather be here than what I was doing last week.
Yeah.
Spider, you okay over there, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, Charlie. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
You know, a couple stories in the paper this week, especially this one. This guy has a cell tower, and
He has a cell tower. It's all his.
well, actually, it's on his land right behind.
Oh, he's got a cell tower on
Kenosha
his
Heating
land.
and
Okay.
Cooling. That's on Sheridan Road,
Sure.
and it was SBA Communications put up this tower,
Okay.
and the agreement was that they had to make it look like a flagpole, so they put a flag on it.
Okay.
Well, now during the winter, SBA Communications removed the flag and claiming that it damaged some of the panels. Well, the flag doesn't even go that low where the panels were, for one thing, and then they forgot
big
they
flag.
did. Yeah, they didn't take it back up, and so now the business owner says that it just looks like a dumpy tower there. With the flag, I think it's really nice. So I'm hoping that he's
Yeah, because he had an agreement with them that
Yeah.
to put the thing there, you got to put a flag on it.
That's right. And
I've known John since he was in the playpen.
yeah. So they said it was a poor design. Their own admissions, this SBA group. So I'm hoping that they run the flag back up there. How in the world could a flag?
So now, what are the ramifications of them not putting the flag back on there? Is he going to get to take the tower down?
Well, that's going to be a legal question.
Okay.
That
If he has a contract to that effect, it's possible. But do you want to spend the money on the lawyers to try to enforce
yeah.
it? You know?
The problem is SBA
Color flag.
believes the flag is damaging the tower, and when they got the approval, The only way they got that was they agreed to make it a flagpole. Well, it's not a flagpole unless it's a flag flying it. You follow me so far?
I'm picking up what you're laying down. It's not like you're walking in circles.
You should have seen me last night.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I left early.
When you say last night, you mean like before the sun actually went down, so like yesterday afternoon.
Well,
Yeah, yesterday
seven-ish,
afternoon. God.
seven-ish.
The sun was still out, so yesterday afternoon.
I don't like to stay out late.
Yes, I know you don't.
I'm afraid of the dark.
Yes, I know. That's why I don't think you're out at night. So
I'm
yesterday
not.
afternoon.
I'm
But
not.
you said you should have
I
seen
go
me
home-
last night.
I go home and watch reruns of Bible study.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Sure.
It's like
I think I saw that video. It stars Ron Jeremy.
Moses,
I gotcha. Yeah.
Moses and Noah and all that group.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Jezebel.
yeah. Was she ever a nasty little girl back in the day?
I bet she was.
You know what they did to girls women who got caught cheating? They beheaded them.
Oh yeah.
Gone.
You're not
they
allowed to do
stoned
that.
them.
Well, they can stone them. They who was the gal that got burned at the stake? Joan of Arc.
They thought she was. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway,
Oh,
that was
Blaspheming.
that was certainly before the day of community property. See, now a guy's got to
Yeah.
get a lawyer and protect everything.
Yeah.
Half that he owns. So
Don't bother me. I got a Meet TV quiz.
okay. Anyway,
Don't bother
262-694-1050.
Don't talk to Ron for a little bit. Got
I
it.
got to take this quiz.
You know,
Important.
this was actually from a couple of weeks ago, but when Gunga was here, we didn't get to it. You know, people are wondering about the pros and cons of whether Foxconn is going to materialize.
Sure.
Well, here, Summers, Bristol, and Paris
Okay.
are already feeling the effects because they have to, when Foxconn gets here, they're going to have to either increase their services for police and fire.
Right.
And they're talking about, I don't know, joining the three of them together. So, Summers.
Joint services. That's it.
Huh?
Joint services.
Yeah, joint services.
Yep.
And but Summers accounts for 1.4 million, and Bristol 740,000. And of course-
Dollars you're talking
dollars, yeah. And Paris is about 282,000. But the point is, they're all going to have to ante up, and I'm sure the city of Kenosha is going to have to add some more police officers, more fire protection. The same with the county.
First
So-
world problem. That's what happens when the economy's good and you grow. So
Yeah. Well, anybody wants to comment on that? 262-694-1050. I'm going through all my good stuff here.
I see that. Just
there's
boy,
good stuff there.
just rolling right along.
All right, okay, fellas. There's this new place in Madison, a new restaurant. It's a nonprofit. It's called Little John's, and it's set up to open in Madison this summer. And his newest venture says you can pay what you can.
Okay.
So if
That's
you
been tried before, and every time it's done, it's failed.
I mean, nobody paid anything.
Nobody, they'll come in and have a porterhouse steak and give you a dime.
Well, where can we sign up for this?
Obviously, somewhere in Madison as soon as he opens the place.
His statement is, if you have money, great. If you don't have anything, don't worry about it. The menu is going to change daily, depending on the food that's available, and the expiration date probably, right?
4-ounce fillets.
4-ounce fillets with an expiration date of May 1st, 2006.
Sure.
Should be a very popular item. Every day there's going to be 7 or 8 options, such as salads, salad bars, sandwiches, pastas to choose from.
Ooh, a salad bar.
Boy, oh boy, this is. You said almost this was tried and didn't work.
It's been tried in several cities around there, and they last about 6 months and go out of business. So.
Well, do you think his idea is to maybe take it for 6 months or 4 months and try to woo the people in, and then hopefully after 3 months they?
You're in a college town. You think anybody's going to pay for anything?
That's a good point. See, he does some research. He does his homework. He doesn't come here and just plop down and whistle Dixie.
Sure.
We lost 2 great people this week. Tim Conway passed at the age of 85, and Doris Day at 97. Now, Tim Conway was perhaps one of the greatest ad-lib entertainers.
Now you forget somebody, or actually a couple others.
Okay.
Jim Fowler.
Oh, I didn't. See that.
Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Marlon Perkins would be out there, and he would do nothing. He'd say, Jim, go wrestle that alligator.
Yeah, I remember. Was he in his? He had to be in his 90s too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And who was the other
No,
one?
87 or something.
Who was the other one? Or just
Peggy Lipton from the Mod Squad.
Yeah, 77.
Quincy Jones's
Oh,
wife.
And you know what I found interesting? Doris Day, no funeral, nothing. And she could give her whole estate away and not even a marker. So I wonder if I should do
They
that.
didn't put her in the freezer with Ted Williams, did they?
Wayne.
Sure.
Good morning. You're in Kenosha today.
This is Ganga reporting from his bathroom.
Jeez, you're just
Wonderful.
one flush away.
I can hear the
thank
echo.
God Mr. Elmo is there. The real talent is back.
Hey, what's this I understand from Shirley that you're two-timing me? And
I'm three-timing you.
Who's-
I'm not only on my after Shirley, that knockout, but her good friend Cheryl, too.
Oh, boy.
well, you're a man about town, aren't you?
Certainly, yes. She's a nice lady also, and she's quite a looker. Somebody that you might be interested in, but she's probably too much woman for you.
Anybody
They
with a
are.
pulse is too much.
Like most.
Hey, I got this story that I ran across, and I want to run this past you. A pregnant Alabama inmate says she doesn't remember sex in prison, and apparently this woman who has been in an Alabama jail for 17 months is 8 months pregnant, and she's reportedly been in jail for over a year, charged with capital murder and shooting an 87-year-old man. And
Are you having flashbacks?
No, I'm.
Sounds very similar to your lifestyle.
That's not the direction I wanted this conversation to go.
You probably shouldn't have had it with Gunga then.
Mr. Wayne, where would you like to go with this?
It says she was possibly under.
Hold on, I think I got a good answer for that.
Excellent choice.
Yep.
Said it better.
Possibly under the influence of sedatives, and she told her attorney she has no memory of a sexual encounter. And I immediately thought, when was the last time you were in Alabama? Just back in the fall, right?
I've never been in Alabama, but the lack of sexual encounter memory sounds like a lot of your love life.
Yes.
Okay.
But we don't want to go there. For one that can't remember his garage door opener.
No, there's plenty of people that remember that for him. He's got nothing to worry about.
All right. Way to get him again, Wayne.
All day, every day.
Don't encourage him.
Thank you. You also are the true talent. When are you two gentlemen going to switch spots so we can see your beautiful face?
Yeah, I'm wondering
Already been
when
asking.
Scott's willing to come manage this board. Last week it was he wants to switch spots with me, have me come up with the show.
Maybe
we'll see how that happens.
Maybe at the end of today. Maybe
That would be good, because with all those computer screens up there, I wouldn't have to look at his face through the whole show.
Yes, I can't blame you.
All right, Gunga. Well,
Well, are you done with me now?
The phone line started blinking and he's looking for a way out. Oh, there's another call. He's
Have
gonna
a wonderful day, gentlemen.
okay, Gunga.
See ya.
Thanks. Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Hello, good morning. I have to tell you that my fortress is in Libertyville. And when I won a singing contest, this is especially for Dennis,
Your
at
fortress
the
of solitude?
Libertyville Days, I got paid $75 to win that contest.
So you were a
And
ringer?
I sang Amazing Grace, and I don't miss the lyrics to Amazing Grace. So there's occasionally a good reason why I don't say all of the stanzas. You don't often hear all the stanzas for God Bless America. It's still effective. And I want to tell the Marines, the Jimmy Stewart Boy Scouts of America that were marching down Washington this morning towards Great America with the police officer escort. I want to tell them that in my father's mansion are many crowns because the Statue of Liberty was there to greet them. Bye-bye.
See ya.
I didn't even get a chance to hang up on her.
That worked out well.
I gave up Gunga for that.
Wayne, quick on the trigger there.
Yep.
Her fortress in Libertyville,
I know, our fortress of solitude.
$75.
For singing Amazing Grace. Maybe she sang all of this. No. We're not here to sing. It's not karaoke hour.
It's my job to sing.
You know, I know what she was alluding to. I think it was about a year ago when she got up dressed as.
It was last week
Liberty.
you made comments about it, so this week she decided to.
Well, she plain out forgot
She
that.
sang the national anthem.
Yeah,
when
she sang the
did that.
national anthem, not God Bless America. And she left out a whole stanza. And thank God Captain Mike was there. We should have given him $75. And he got up.
$75? What's he going to do with 75 dolls?
I meant dollars.
Oh, doll hairs.
Oh,
Got
hairs.
it.
You've never been to Captain Mike's house.
There's a reason for that.
Hey, he's going to call in. He's got a new.
Oh, I'm sure he does. It's going to be great.
I talked to him last night.
I'm sure you did.
And there was a shooting about a block north of his house.
Sure.
Last night. I mean, surely. There was a guy that goes
nights
in.
ago, not
He
last
knocked a couple of nights ago. The guy goes, knocks on the guy's door. He says, "Come on, I want to fight you." And the guy says, "I can't fight right now. Come back tomorrow." So the guy goes and gets a gun and shoots it through the house.
Okay.
So now Captain Mike is all nervous. He's going to start a community block watch.
Okay.
Neighborhood watch,
watch, yeah.
And he's going to call us in to fill us in on how he's going to do that. He's probably going to sit on his...
It's probably something about midgets. I can't wait.
yeah, sit on his
We'll
pillow.
have an entire force of midgets patrolling.
Crawling out of the sewers and stuff.
And sigh from across the street.
Yeah. And he's going to be sitting on his front porch with his robe open. And
that'll keep people
That'll
away.
scare everybody away.
Well, they'll think that's they're looking at a big 44 Magnum.
Somehow I don't think that's what they're going to be thinking. More like a snub-nosed 38.
Hey, this is our captain you're talking about. Let's not be making fun
He's
of
your
him.
captain, not my captain.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to keep this. We got to find out who got this gal pregnant down in a Alabama prison. Gunga
We
said-
have to find out what you got. An investigative team on it?
No,
Detective Scotty on the case?
No, but I'm out of material.
Oh, jeez. So we didn't do. All right, let's talk to this guy first.
Right. Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Hello, Uncle Scotty.
Hey, just the guy we're looking for.
Apparently, I'm not watching good enough. My car got rifled through yesterday. Then Mike called me. He says, your dome light was on. I looked in, and everything was thrown about your car. So,
And here I thought all these years that I've known you, your dome light was always off.
you better watch out. I got my snub nose 38 here.
So you picked up on that, huh?
Poke, yeah. I'm listening.
So
Yeah.
I guess all those years you spent in the Salvation Army are going to pay off because you're going to be the block captain, the chairman there on the community neighborhood watch.
Well, I ain't sure if they want to have much to do with me. I joined that neighborhood watch a long time ago, and then they reported me, and I got in trouble for being a peeping Tom. I said I was just trying to do my job, man.
Well, you can't wear a raincoat with no underwear on when you're doing this job.
Well, you want to be hygienic,
Hygienic, yeah. Well, you better get your act together over there. They're going through your car, and
They did. They went through my car. Didn't take nothing. Normally, I lock it, and there's a burglar alarm. I set too.
How'd that work out for you?
Apparently not too good because everything was thrown all over my car, man.
Well, so in other words, they go through your car and there's nothing worth taking.
Nothing. No,
So
nothing.
it's the old story that this Jack Benny told us.
Kind of pitiful, ain't it?
Hey, listen to this. It's the old story with Jack Benny. He's walking down Manhattan in New York there, and this mugger pulls him over. He says, "Okay, buddy, your money or your life." And Benny doesn't do anything, and he says, "Come on, man, your money or your life." And he still doesn't do anything. You don't hear me. Your money or your life? What's going on? Benny says, "I'm thinking it over."
No, because I'm thinking. He raises the one hand up like he got a telephone, and the other hand he puts by the elbow, and he goes, "I'm thinking."
Yeah. Hey,
then they broke in me. They left me $10. They says, "I think you need more help than I am."
Did they write scum on the side of your car?
No, that's for special people only.
Yeah.
Short for special.
Yeah. Well,
anachronism.
You better have them fingerprinted. So your car was just unlocked?
Apparently, normally I push the button and it beeps, and there's 3 beeps that sets the alarm. Normally I do a 3 beep, and sometimes the car just locks itself. I can't get in my own car unless I have the keys. But I don't know what happened, but things were thrown all over the place in the car, and nothing's missing as far as I know. I call the insurance man. The cop just left, just to kind of report it for, neighborhood, whatever the heck it is.
The neighborhood watch that you're in charge of.
That Jeff, somebody's in charge of it. I left a message on his machine.
Oh, well, we're
Same
glad.
Neighborhood with the
One thing, we're glad you're that you're safe.
Yeah, I sent a letter to that guy with the door. I says, I knock and say candy grab. Maybe the guy will open the door, then he can blow him away.
Hey, it could have been a woman. She could have tiptoed in your house and crawled in bed with you and had her way with you. Then what do we do?
Can you negotiate that for me? I'll give you $1.
One last question. You ever been to Alabama?
Not that I remember. Not that I recall.
Okay, well, there's a gal that's in prison down there, and she's 8 months pregnant, and she doesn't have any recollection of having sex with anybody, so I'm wondering. That's either got you or Gunga written all over it.
Me or Gunga, right?
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see you at the conference.
I've never been in Alabama. I don't even know how to spell Alabama.
Yeah, the next time a cop comes here, he's going to arrest you for this indecent exposure deal.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
All right.
Okay, you guys.
Okay,
keep
you
it
guys.
coolly.
Yeah,
Okay,
all right,
bye.
all right. Well, that brings us up to our 10:30 break.
Yeah, we
which
should
is
probably squeak
5
that
minutes.
in.
Yeah,
it's a little
we'll be
late.
back.
Better late than
Who's on the
never.
weather today? You?
No, Pete, I think.
What happened to the wonderful people, this Nancy?
They stopped sending the weather, so we
Well,
stopped airing the weather.
Well, good.
They
All
do
right.
it Monday through Friday. They don't do it on weekends so
All right.
much.
All right, we'll be back in a couple minutes. Once again, a very good morning to everybody. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the May 18th edition of the award-winning Kenosha Today Weekly Report. We are coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP, spreading the love. Oh, I had a little bubble there. Excuse me. The Mother's Day was last week. I got to cross that out.
As you can tell, this show is very live and very scripted.
Well-
unfortunately, if the script doesn't get changed,
Well, how did I miss that?
we just
You
keep
know,
on pretending it's last
you,
week.
You can never thank mothers and recognize them more.
It's true. It's true.
What do you think?
Sure, why not?
Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
This is Gunga again. I'm starting to remember about this woman. Is she a midget wrestler? That's the only one I knew from an encounter in Alabama.
Oh, so now you admit that you've been to Alabama.
I may have, if that's the one. She had a hold of me one day. It was unbelievable.
Apparently, she has no
Got me in
recollection
a
of
figure
this.
four lock.
Not a full Nelson?
She has
No, not at all.
she has no recollection of being with you.
Well, I had a hard time remembering myself.
Do you know? Wasn't it?
I kind of like this show. Tomorrow, without the replay, I would have completely forgot.
Hey, wasn't it your ninth wife that said on the moment before you were going to have a little tete-a-tete with her that, do I have to stay awake for this? Wasn't that your ninth wife that
No,
said
that was wife number 8.
Oh, okay.
Yes, wife number 9 was completely unconscious.
Well, didn't you love her?
Well, I don't remember.
Okay, Gunga, you're the man.
Kind of like last night's date, huh?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
See you, Gunga.
Anyway, we are on the red-hot airwaves of WLIP to over 1.4 million people residing in the Kenosha Today Nation. Again, we invite you to join the thousands of fans who have already signed up and liked us on Facebook. I almost got the best posts ever, anywhere.
Hey, Scott, what's that say on your shirt there?
Bubba Shrimps.
No, right above it. Alabama. Scott was in Alabama. Oh, you evil son of a gun. You're trying to pin your crimes on someone else.
Alabama Slammer.
Oh,
Actually,
Scott.
I'm wearing this T-shirt from Bubblegum Shrimp Factory, and I forgot.
Oh, yeah, sure you did. Oh, Scott.
You would have to see that.
Oh,
I didn't even notice that.
horrible man. Here he is reading this story about some poor prison lady that doesn't remember, and it's all on him, trying to pin it on Gunga and Captain Mike.
All on his chest.
Which Bubba Gump did you go to there, buddy? Was it one in Alabama?
Well, that's where Bubblegum's. That's where Bubblegum Shrimp Factory is in Alabama. I guess I should read what I put on my.
You may want to get dressed with the lights on from now on. I know it'll be a scary proposition, but
Well, thank you, Wacky Wayne, for pointing that out. Okay, we can. Anyway, in the house of cheer this morning.
anyway.
Elmo, the Fixer Schneider, is here, joining our
morning.
encounter group. And also joining us, the Kenosha Today Love Doctor, the Spider Love, camera dude. And, of course, we just heard from our engineer and board operator on the Kenosha Today Trolley Ride this
Somebody
morning.
get me a heat lamp. Where were you on the night of August 17th?
The third degree.
Are you still going to be with us now, or are you planning on leaving?
No, I still plan on leaving. Just because I'm having fun with it doesn't mean I can't.
You're here till
leave
the
at some
end of
point.
time. You're going to be with us till the end of time.
God, I hope not.
Hey, you know what? You know,
It's nothing against you.
if
It's
this
just,
gal, if
yeah.
this gal has a,
Just hours.
if this gal has a new baby and it's a boy, I'm going to call it Wacky Wayne.
As well you should.
Number 2, the second.
It's a good thing that you've got some pull on that.
And if it's a girl, I'm going to call it Gungas.
Yeah, Gungas.
Gunget.
Gunget. All right, where am I at here? My garage door opening.
My Lord and my Savior, I have sinned against you, my Lord.
Scott.
Well,
And you said you were in a slump. Well,
I had to go to Alabama.
You ran out of chloroform. I see the problem now.
now, for all those that are listening to this, he's just kidding. Right?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just haven't gotten
Down there? Oh.
I will now.
You will know.
a couple of sisters. Yeah.
Well, you know, the
Sister, cousin, wives.
The
yeah.
troubling part is she's in there because she killed an 87-year-old man.
Oh, you're close.
Shooting death, too. And she apparently was her boyfriend's getaway driver. So this is why I have to have security precautions at Barter Manor.
Oh, for sure.
So to
For
eliminate...
those just-in-case moments.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, no one in the first half hour has won this morning's Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services. And if you happen to win it, we'll be more than happy to send you out a $20 Boathouse gift card. And if you don't win it, I'll be more than happy just to keep it.
You will be happy. Yeah.
And of course, this show is being recorded for training purposes, and so you can relive all the Kenosha Today magic tomorrow at noon right here on AM 1050, and also gives our board operator an opportunity to blip out any words that may be inappropriate.
I'm going to start blipping stuff out that isn't inappropriate just to make it sound like you guys said stuff that was inappropriate.
There's an idea.
It's going to be more fun that way, I think.
Listeners.
Yeah. So you're going to eliminate the whole second half hour?
I'm just going to, hit the dumb button. No, only like 4 seconds at a time, yeah. Exactly. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of beeps.
Also, special thanks to Elmo here. You can find the Kenosha Today Show 365 days a year, 24/7 up on YouTube. I think we're pretty current, aren't we?
We're totally current. Now that we have the new system in, we're...
Screw Elmo, I get it to him.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Spider, for your input.
He's done with his Me TV quiz.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
I didn't do good on that.
No,
Of course.
going to have to take another one to make up for it.
7 out of 12.
After the 11 o'clock break, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category, the top 10 signs you are eating at a bad salad bar. And now, boys and girls,
And now,
it's time to play Kenosha's fastest-growing game show sensation, the Lightning Round of City and Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. And to be eligible, no one from your household could have won any contest on WLIP within the last 60 days. We'll now clear the phone lines.
Clear.
Well, you're just
Enough.
not going to even bother with it, are
Yeah, you want me to? I
Well,
didn't see any phone calls coming in.
I thought we had to by law, FCC.
By FCC regulation, sure.
I don't want to get in trouble with
Before
it.
No,
we
no.
start, I just got to make a comment. Elmo is the best bell ringer. Gunga didn't do too good last week. We had to keep telling him.
For those that might not have heard this,
He had a real soft, gentle
Elmo has
touch.
always been the best bell ringer we've ever had.
Kind of
here.
like the hunchback of Notre
Body.
Dame.
Yeah, he walks like
Father
Captain
Bono.
Mike. You know, Gonga was just a little on the timid side with the bell. You know, he just didn't want to hurt it.
He was real gentle.
Oh, he's
He was treating the bell like your shoulder and gentle
yeah.
touch.
He didn't want to chip a polish on his nails. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Okay.
He had pink nail polish to match his pink phone.
Oh,
You probably
okay.
didn't see that.
And make sure I have a firm ringy-dingy there.
All right,
Scott, do you have the pills for him to have a firm ringy dingy? City and Jeopardy, right?
yeah.
Going on.
You'd have to take these 20 minutes prior, Elmo, and you only take one, otherwise things could get out of hand. Get it?
Or in hand.
Spider over there. Okay, we're back to clearing the phone lines, which we did.
Very clear.
I'm going to read the question, which is a very sophisticated, intelligent, multiple choice question.
And
will
it's
then
from
get
this week, too,
three
right?
somewhat intellectual answers to choose from. And after that, you're going to hear the ding. Now, there's a dinger.
Now
right there
that
is a
you did.
dinger. And the first caller to correctly answer the question wins a Kenosha Today $25 gift certificate to the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, located at 4917 7th Avenue here in Kenosha. Open Monday through Friday at 11 a.m., featuring weekly lunch and dinner specials to include reduced prices during the happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. And you can enjoy a beautiful waterfront view. Stop in for their big Sunday brunch, serving from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if you're planning a party or a banquet, call Joyce, 262-654-9922, or you can find them on the web at boathousekenosha.com. The phone lines are clear.
Yes, that too.
My mind is not clear.
No.
Or clean.
Here's a sophisticated question. What is the number one fun thing about riding the Kenosha streetcar? The number one fun thing about riding the Kenosha streetcar. A, trying not to get stampeded by the other two people who are riding the dopey thing. B, counting the times the driver forgets the route. Or C, constantly referring to it as the trolley to nowhere. First caller, 262-694-1050. What is the number one fun thing about riding the Kenosha streetcar? A, trying not to get stampeded by the other two people who are riding the dopey thing. B, counting the times the driver forgets the route. Or C, constantly referring to it as the trolley to nowhere. I'm just waiting for... Good morning, you're on Kenosha today. Oh, hello?
Nope.
Oh, they had a chance to possibly...
That's correct.
Hey! That's okay. They'll call
262-694-1050.
back. Or they won't call back.
And let's see here. I have a...
Do you have a text message?
It's from Alabama. When you coming back?
State police.
Anyway, I'm surprised nobody wants to take a shot at this. Maybe it's too difficult of a question. What
That
the
is theoretically possible.
What is
Yes,
the
sir.
fun thing about riding the Kenosha streetcar? Well, instead
boy.
of... I will have to read that one. I'm going to have to... we forgot it.
It could be difficult because probably all those people out there have never ridden the Kenosha streetcar. So
That's very possible.
they have no life experience by which to base their answer.
As the unemployment rate... No, we have a call, right? Yes. No?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning. You're in Kenosha today.
Hello,
Who's this?
Bernice.
Bernice. Okay.
Bernie, for sure.
Now, you haven't won anything in the last couple
Months,
Months,
60
right?
days.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Now, just so you know, Bernice, this is...
Pardon?
I'm going to read something to you here.
Okay.
Follow me now. Just so you know that, Bernice, this is a very sophisticated, legitimate contest. You know that, right?
Yes.
And that's today's sophisticated question has been licked and sealed in an official Kenosha Today envelope and kept in a Long Island iced tea glass on Funk and Wagnall's porch since last night's production meeting. And you, Bernice, with all your powers, being the all-knowing, all-telling sage, soothsayer, and former Kenosha trolley driver, will ascertain the correct answer to this very sophisticated question. Right, Bernice?
Correct.
Remember the question?
There were 3 different parts.
Okay. The question is, what is the number one fun thing about riding the Kenosha streetcar? A, trying not to get stampeded by the other two people who are riding the dopey thing. B, counting the times the driver forgets the route. Or C, constantly referring to it as the trolley to nowhere. Bernice?
The trolley to nowhere.
Yes, that's a correct answer, Elmo! Wow. Who's that? What was it?
My phone was starting to ring.
What?
My house phone.
Oh.
I'm on my cell phone.
Well, forget them. We're on live radio
Right.
here.
It's
Who is
okay.
it?
You won.
You're a winner here, Bernice. You get to brag because you've just been named the smartest person in all of Kenosha for today.
Yes.
That's right.
This is gonna look good on your resume, Bernice.
It will.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Depends on what you apply to. Probably wouldn't look good if you applied to be a trolley driver.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Especially when I don't know where I'm going.
Well, either do
Then
they.
you may fit right in then.
You got the job.
You got the job, and it's the other thing that you could, when you get on the trolley, it's a lot of great fun just to see if the driver can make change for a $5 bill.
Oh.
You've never ridden on the trolley? It's been here for 20 years.
Well, no, I rode on it once just to see when it first came out.
Exciting, wasn't it?
I remember when I was riding the bus years and years and years ago.
Oh.
The brown line.
The brown line.
Red line.
All right, off the air, Wacky Wayne's going to get your last name, address, and phone, and I'll send you this out. And if you get time to spend this, bring it on a Friday at 3 o'clock when we have a Kenosha.
At the boathouse.
At the boathouse, and you can attend a production meeting.
Okay.
But you might want to bring a little more cash than the 25.
Oh, yes.
Okay, baby. We'll fit right in. All right, don't go away. Spider, you all right?
Yeah, I guess.
Don't fall down here because the paperwork's going to kill me. Tie me up for an hour. I'm going to have to take an hour off of this busy show to, fill out a sickness card on you. Anyway, as the unemployment rate continues to drop, local employers are struggling to fill their positions. And according to Gateway President Brian Albright, if you're looking for employees the traditional way, you're at the back of the line. And if you're looking for employees through LinkedIn, you're also at the back of the line. What better way to seek qualified new hires than to take advantage of the very low Kenosha Today advertising rates and increase your ability to fill these positions? There are approximately 1.4 million people living in the WIP listening area, reaching as far south as Chicago, west to Lake Geneva, and to the northern suburbs and beyond of Milwaukee. So if you're looking to fill any job, service type, any job, just any out there, give me a call, 262-652-6767. We'll get you all the information. 262-652-6767. Okay, Wacky Wayne, do we have another caller?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Okay. Yeah?
Yes.
All right. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Well, not yet, you dope.
Oh well.
Yes, dope. All right, go ahead.
Did you call me a dope or did you say no?
No.
Don't.
Dope.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Well, let's see here.
Bubba, the bouncing trolley driver.
Now, the rubber-wheeled bouncing Betsies are in motion, see?
Hey, Bubba, I got to tell
I still remember the day that Mr. Lindgren had the honor of rolling out our first Kenosha streetcar. And how happy I was to be a part of that special day. See?
Well,
I always say you don't have a town unless you have a streetcar.
Okay, we get that.
And look how fortunate we are to have such a beautiful streetcar rail system, see?
Well, I want to tell the people that you've been named the Kenosha Today Director of Community Events, and the Kenosha Today Steering Committee that consisted of yourself as chairman and Billy Goat and the Four Milkers came up with this new plan for the uptown streetscape. And
oh, sure. Now, I'm real excited because Monday night they're going to have a city council meeting, and I'm going to be a big part of that because I've got a lot of ideas for the streetscape and the uptown thing.
Yeah, but here's your idea. I'm going to toot your horn a little bit. Your concept of those
Can we really do that?
It's called a bugle. Excuse me while I toot my bugle.
Okay. Those bump outs, and I liked your concept of taking a page from the North Pier and putting kiosks on every corner so that they can have bulletproof vests there for all the uptown shoppers.
No, I'm not in favor of that. I'm in favor of expanding the streetcar line up to the uptown, see?
Well, but the other thing, I understand that, but the major improvements can be the redesign of that Wilson Triangle that's at the corner of 22nd Avenue, 63rd, and Roosevelt Road. And calling it Bubba's Bermuda Triangle, I think, was brilliant.
That is.
Brilliant.
Wow.
I'm unfamiliar with that, see?
Well, it was your idea to come up with the Walk of Fame honoring Kenosha's most famous citizens, people like Orson Welles, there was Don Amici, there was...
John McAfee?
John the Bum and
the list goes on and on. You people should talk more about how important some of our former residents are to our community. And I'm sure if we put in place this Walk of Fame for Kenosha, the Kenosha Walk of Fame, think of the tourism dollars that would be coming in from places like Maine, Alaska, see?
Well, I agree.
How about Mexico? People are going to want to know who the famous people were in Kenosha.
Well, you're going to have...
And I think it's all but fitting to have a Walk of Fame. Let's see here. People are going to look up, and first of all, they're going to note that we have no smoking in saloons anymore.
And this place...
Thanks to Breathe Free Kenosha. Then they're going to see Nash Park and how beautiful Nash Park is. You know, it's a big part of the naming of that park.
Well, you're mighty proud. You should be mighty
That's
proud.
after Charlie Nash.
Yeah, I know.
Have you ever seen an old hubcap from a Plymouth?
No.
Yeah, see. And then they're going to notice that we've got a streetcar line, see.
Hey, how about
And we also are close to a large body of water called Lake Michigan.
Is that what that is out there? I thought that's where everybody goes from the the bars downtown.
No more Cohorama. No more mountains of aluminum cans. Now listen.
Yeah.
This here proposed Kenosha Walk of Fame is going to be my idea.
Okay.
And I've got a list here, and I could go on. Let's see here. I'm typing in. I've got a list of about 60 names right now. And Charlie Nash would obviously be a big part of the.
Well, you can't name two things after the same guy. Hey, but
why is that? Do you make rules?
We break them.
We have no rules.
We have no rules.
I want to see if the mayor can set aside a special star for the Queensmen. See.
How about they could have.
Very proud of being a part of the Queensmen.
Hey, Bubba, I got some questions I want to get to. How about they got the detentions? They could have an early release day on for the Uptown, and a bring your prisoner to work day. That was your idea.
I want to be a part of that ribbon cutting ceremony when they introduce the Walk of Fame. I'm going to be extremely proud.
Hey, how about
the contributor? And this is my idea. See.
Yeah, I get it.
But it would take some friendship too out there to get hands together and realize how important this is for the city of Kenosha.
Hey,
what's so funny?
Nothing.
This is a big deal here. We're talking about our famous people and recognizing them.
And
Otherwise,
how about,
they're just forgotten. See.
How about your concept of this is the coup de grace, the Bubba's Kitchen, where you get a free salad bar right there on 22nd Avenue.
I'm gonna have a tuna fish sandwich for lunch today. See.
Okay. Well, Bubba, I think you got things pretty well under control. And
keep spreading the word, and make sure, if you want to, why don't you come down on Monday night and join me? City Council starts at 7. See.
At 7, I'm usually that's way beyond my bedtime.
Wasted.
Not time wasted.
Yeah, time wasted.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Okay, Bubba. Well, thanks for
don't
being
forget,
a community-minded
at the end
citizen.
of this month, there's a special birthday of Don Amici.
And did we get him a card, Elmo? We didn't get him a card.
No, I don't think so.
You take care of it, all
You
right?
can visit his star when the Walk of Fame is complete.
Be sure to do that.
Are they going to build a monument?
Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and remember Monday night City Council. See.
I got it.
It's on the calendar.
On a sad note, perhaps you could do me a favor and play a little Doris Day. She passed away.
Do we have?
Say.
We will.
We will.
She's dead.
She's not getting better.
I'm in the mood though for some Doris Day.
Do we have some? Wayne, do we have some?
Yeah, we can find some.
We'll find some, but unfortunately, we're only going to be able to play a couple seconds.
Thanks for your time.
Okay.
Thanks, Bubba.
All right, as always. Wow.
Always an adventure.
Talk about a community-minded person.
True story.
Do we want to go? How much time we got left in this?
40 seconds.
You got to
50 seconds.
40 seconds. That's all we got.
Yeah. Do you want to do this quick, or we'll do it?
I'll do it
Next time.
Next
You
time.
want to go away with a little Doris Day?
You want to?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
Let's see.
Good morning, everybody. If you just joined us, this is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the May 18th Pick-to-Click edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. We are live and local, which is always a real fan favorite here at Pothole Central. If you just joined us here in our Kenosha Today Encounter group, we are broadcasting live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WIP on your radio dial. Being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. As you can tell, taking serious journalism to an all-time high.
Well, serious. Very serious.
Thank you very much. Should I use my serious voice spanning the
Very
globe,
serious.
reporting on national and state stories, local issues, and basically we are your go-to guys for all the fake news stories that are being reported these days. Joining us this morning, the Kenosha Today, the fixer, Elmo Schneider is in the house. Elmo?
You know, I don't fix stuff in Alabama.
I was fixed in Alabama.
Then you couldn't have done it.
Then I'm innocent, except for this. This wouldn't prove me guilty just because I have a bubble gum.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's
Damning evidence.
There don't be no DNA. I have no
one
DNA.
can only hope.
Victim of circumstance.
Victim of circumstance, I'm sure.
Also with us, every young snot-nosed little kid's role model, our video coordinator, Spider the Love Doctor, is here, looking very spiderish and yummy these days. You know, you're the Love Doctor. Maybe they'll think it was you.
He doesn't have a shirt from Alabama, going against
You want to borrow
him right
one?
now.
Not even a Harley shirt from Alabama. Yeah.
and performing as both our engineer and board operator, a role model in his own right. Wacky Wayne embraces us with his presence this morning.
Yep, taking the gun out of my mouth.
Let's see, last week things kind of got a little out of hand. And so Gunga says, "Here, you want a gun? Put to your head."
He kept going, Wayne,
Wayne,
get the gun out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And then he gives him a pack of razor blades.
Right.
And then a box of pills.
He just wanted more of a show.
Any reason the Lord should be weeping this morning there, big boy?
Yeah. Pretty soon federal charges are going to come against you, Scotty, for violating some poor prisoner in Alabama. It's a sad state of affairs, my friend.
I wonder what the penalty is. What's the penalty for getting a prisoner, El Pregno?
El Prego?
El Pregno.
Yeah. I'm imagining, considering she doesn't remember it, that sounds like a
And
violation.
her boyfriend's in jail for killing a guy.
So,
They could be paying some child support there.
Violation of personal rights, all sorts of stuff. I'm imagining it's a federal case.
Thanks.
Do you want to talk to this person?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Good morning, you're in Kenosha today.
Good morning. How's everybody doing today?
Is this the Mr.
so
Old
good.
Crow?
It is.
Yeah. Got a couple of things.
Sure.
Number two, I want to chump the stumps.
Oh,
but
okay.
Number one.
All right, number one.
There's years and years ago, there used to be a place down in St. Louis, supper club, and there was no prices on the menu at all.
Okay.
And there was only valet parking, and as you came in, there was a great big glass enclosed refrigerator showing the different steaks and stuff like that was, on the menu.
Okay.
But there was no prices.
Mm-hmm.
They charged what they thought you should pay.
Mm-hmm.
If you were obviously very, very wealthy, they'd probably charge you, for a $15 meal, they'd probably charge you $25. And if you didn't look like you were very wealthy and could barely afford it, they would maybe knock $5 off the price.
Hey, I got a hypothetical situation for you. Hypothetically. Suppose you and Irish Ruth went to this place as a couple. And you get where I'm going with this? What do you think they'd charge you?
Well, they'd send me to Alabama.
Good answer. All right, you wanted to play Stump the Chumps?
Oh no, chump the stumps.
Okay. All right, All right, what is it?
In the state of Illinois, there is one city that passed a law that required you to pronounce the name of the city correctly. What is the city?
No, it's good.
I don't. When I went to Alabama, I went around Illinois. I didn't go right directly through the state, so I don't know. The state that you had to pronounce it or spell it.
Yep, you had to pronounce it properly.
City or?
It's a city.
And I'll tell you what, give you a hint. It's real close to the Triple K town.
Triple K town.
In Illinois.
Well, I think you've. Any of you boys?
No, I got nothing.
You got nothing. Almost got nothing. Ron, are you awake over there? What is it?
Okay, the Triple K town is Kankakee. And but anyway,
I know the answer now.
Okay, hang on. We got it.
I know the answer now.
Okay, Elmo, go ahead. Before he wins. Go ahead.
What is it? Bourbonnais.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, way to go, Elmo.
Ring the bell.
Everybody was always pronouncing it Bourbonnais.
Right.
And the correct pronunciation of it is Bourbonnais.
I know my uncle used to live there. So that's how I know this.
For some
no
reason,
kidding.
Yep.
For some reason, when the word bourbon is used, Elmo comes right to the top. he's right there. Anybody that would know that would be him. Well, he beat the time.
Well,
the clock was ticking, but he hit this at the buzzer. So unfortunately,
he got me.
The good news and the
All
bad
right.
news is the good news is we don't have to pay you. The bad news is you don't have to come in here to be a guest with us.
Oh, okay. I lucked out again.
Dodging bullets.
All right, Crow. Later.
Good talking
Thanks.
to you.
All right.
I'll have a good one.
See you, buddy.
We got to get to this, and then we got to get to Elmo's. Actually, why don't you do the Union Park Tavern first? I don't want to forget that.
Union
Alabama today.
Right.
And report. I'd be streaming live from Alabama.
Right, sure.
Down by Bubba's Shrimp Boat there.
Indeed.
All right, you ready? Written in our home office?
Oh, sure.
At Amen Corner on the deck at the Boathouse Pub and Inn. This week's top 10 thought-provoking category. The top 10 signs you're eating at a bad salad bar. Number 10. It's rated by the Health Department as .08. Number 9. The tourists keep asking where the smell is coming from. Number 8. Women over 250 pounds get to cut in front of you. Number 7. While standing in line, one of the mushrooms winks at you. Number 6. They conduct a strip search at the beginning and a cavity search at the end. Get it? End?
Mm-hmm.
Cavity search, get it? And number 5.
No, thankfully, I don't get
The
it.
lettuce has an expiration date of May 1st, 2006. Number 4. The food tastes better if you're wearing a hazmat suit. Number 3. The chef cutting the beef is missing 3 fingers, a thumb, and is walking funny. Number 2. The hostess supplies everyone with a free barf bag. And the number 1 sign. You're eating at a bad salad bar. The sign says, "Welcome to the table of ptomaine." Yeah, almost. It's good to have you back ringing the bell.
I like that mushroom winking at you.
All right, let's get back to the, we played Stump the Chumps. Captain Mike's called in, Gunga's called in, Bubba's called in, Irish Ruth.
Shirley's
Actually,
called in.
I have a Stump the Scotty for you.
No boy.
On this day, 39 years ago, something happened. What was it?
Days ago.
39 years ago, something happened on this date.
Very famous thing.
In Kenosha, or just was it national?
It was in the United States.
39 years ago. What was I doing 39 years ago?
It was very loud.
What year would that have been?
1980.
80. Wayne.
Don't look at me. He asked you. It's Stump Scotty, not Stump.
Well, hell, you can ask me what day it is.
You could help him.
Right.
What was I doing in 1980? I think I had a leisure suit. And, I was dressed in...
Sonic Booms?
It wasn't a Sonic Boom, I don't think.
Was it 3 Mile Island?
It was a natural event.
A natural event.
Volcano?
Mount St. Helens erupted.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay. I'll go with that.
Just caused about as much destruction as this show does every week. So
And I erupt at noon or 10.
that was described on Saturday Night Live as the world's largest orgasm. So
Why didn't you give me a better hint? Then I would have figured that out, for God's sakes. Anyway, here's a story about in China, a man is detained by police, and he got cited for a violation for naming his dogs after city government. He's got a picture of these big dogs and some really ugly-looking things, but he named them after, like,
the city council.
City councils.
Yeah.
So, I'm thinking I should do that.
You gonna get yourself some dogs?
Yeah, I could have one dog. I call it Little Anthony.
Little Anthony? Okay.
I could have another.
Are you gonna put it in lime green stretch pants too?
Just to be authentic.
Just to be authentic.
I could have a little dog.
What kind of dog?
Well, that would have.
That would be the big question.
Maybe we could name Gunga's goats after them.
Yeah, I could have one called Rocco. He's my alderman.
Sure.
Could have another little dog called Snowflake.
Okay.
So this could go. It's got possibilities.
Yeah. How many members on the city council?
17.
That's a lot of dogs you're gonna have to own there, Scotty.
Ooh, that means I got to pick up after him.
Yeah.
That's right.
Bad idea, Scotty.
And you're gonna have
dumb
to walk
idea.
them all.
Very dumb idea. I wouldn't have thought of that until you brought that up.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if I'd have to.
aldermen.
I wonder if I'd have to teach the dog my garage code so they could get it.
Oh, that's easy. Everybody knows that.
Sit up and beg, Rover.
No, that's
you want that
upstairs.
4-ounce filet? Get the garage door code.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cute. And if anybody has a nickname for an alderman, give us a call, 262-694-1050. What the heck? And if
This cannot end well.
and if you have a high five You want to give a high five to somebody, a zinger or doofus? Give us a call, 262-694-1050, and we'll be glad to play those. And I'm still trying to get out of this Alabama thing. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Good luck on that.
Alabama wants me.
Isn't it? Oh, that was not Alabama wants me.
Indiana. That was the song.
Hey, big thank you to KRS Painting Corporation. Special, I think the Kingfish are having some deal going on at Festival of Foods.
Right.
We will be preempted for a couple minutes at the beginning, during the middle, and somewhere else. So, but not to worry, we will be here, right, Elmo? We're going to be here.
I think it's at the top and the bottom of the hour.
That's what I said.
But don't quote me.
No, you're right.
Each hour.
You got the memo too, didn't you?
I don't think I got the memo. I was told about it though.
Oh, well,
ideally, I'll get a memo. Otherwise, I'll just have to make it up as I go along.
Oh no, we got in trouble with that 4 or 5 years ago when Casey and I we were talking to Bill Lawrence and he was out some dealership.
Sure.
And they left their microphones on. We didn't know better.
Right.
We don't know any better now either.
Right.
But we were just
nothing's changed.
We were just hamming it up with Bill Lawrence until we found out that that was forbidden. We shouldn't have done that.
No.
So yeah. We want to be in compliance here.
Well, of course.
I got enough problems facing me in charges down in Alabama.
Garage door, paint on the side of your car.
Yeah, I don't want to get on Mr. Perry's bad side.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, how about this item? Racing Journal Times is going to lay off 39 to outsource their printing. I thought, didn't they?
Yeah, it's going to Indiana, isn't it?
Yeah,
they got to haul the papers up from.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. They're going to outsource this. Now, the Kenosha News is currently now being printed in Racine, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And they bought the Kenosha News.
Right.
So now, according to this article, they are going to take the Racine paper, the Kenosha paper, and somehow I guess you can do that through.
Print them in Indiana and haul them up here.
2 hours away in. A little more than 2 hours away in Munster, Indiana. Yeah. When I heard that, it's owned by Lee Enterprises.
Is that like Herman Munster, Indiana?
Yeah. I don't know. This tells me the writing is...
Eddie Munster.
The writing is just on the wall. Is this a kids' party or can anybody join in?
Yeah.
I could just use a minivan to haul it the way Kenosha uses.
Captain Mike can he can Uber it up here.
Little minivan.
This suggests to me that both papers are on the verge of kaputski. That's just an opinion. Kaputski. That's not a real word.
Is that a technical term?
It's a radio term. That's a barter term. We use that. We use that at Barter Manor practically every night. This is kaputski.
Probably.
And hey, the gal bought it. What can I do? Anyway, the layoffs affect packaging associates, press operators, maintenance workers, and other personnel. They're not. I think how many newspapers are folding every day across the country.
It did say it was their printing equipment is 24 years old, and they don't want to replace it.
Well, I can understand that because that would probably be into the millions of dollars.
Right.
And if you're not sure if you're going to, you say, oh, sure. If you're going to be here by the end of the year, I guess, why do that? But you'd think there'd be a closer place than more than 2 hours away at Munster, Indiana.
They didn't want to fork over the money to replace the Epson dot matrix printer that they're using to print the paper. So.
Well, that was the one of the downfalls of the Kenosha News many years ago when they were going to get a new press, and Howard Brown, God love him, he wanted to keep it downtown, and he piecemealed this press from New Jersey, I thought he told me.
Sure.
And they had to do it piecemeal, and instead of going out to a industrial park. Do I have a phone call there, Mr. Wayne?
Indeed you do.
Well, how about that? Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Maybe you've got a phone call.
Hello,
Good.
Mr. Barter. How are you?
Who might this be?
Oh, what do you mean? Who might
This
this
is
be?
Anthony Kennedy. How are you, brother?
Oh, who let the dogs?
Oh, you.
No.
Hang on, Anthony.
Oh, you need that, huh?
I just want to build up the act, Anthony. Hang on.
No, I don't think it's. I think it's gone. Somebody took it out. There we
Okay.
go. Problem solved.
You dodged another one.
It's interesting you were talking about the Kenosha News and Racing Journal. At one point in my illustrious career, I was actually delivering newspapers for them until I got fired, which is a whole different story, how you get fired from delivering newspapers. But
I'd like to hear that one myself.
Well,
he was only 12 years
you're
old
an
when it
independent
happened.
contractor, and they give you the papers, and you're supposed to deliver them, but they don't like how you deliver them, so then they fire you. But it's like, wait a minute, I can deliver the papers any way I want. I'm an independent contractor.
And you're our city council president. Can't deliver a
when does that
newspaper.
This wasn't while I was city council. Okay,
go ahead.
First of all, hold on, back up. For all of you listeners here, for both of them that are listening, understand that city aldermen in Kenosha only are paid $6,000 a year. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, you need a side hustle when you're an alderman in the city of Kenosha. Just like this.
How about a main hustle?
Like this Kenosha Today thing. That's not your main job. If not, you'd be starving.
You keep going, bub. Keep going. The ball's in your court. It's on your side of the net.
But hey, seriously, we need to be concerned about the death of local newspapers, local coverage, man.
Absolutely.
I'm already starting to see it in just sports coverage, man. These guys are slapping off on local sports coverage, and this is their domain. No one, you can't turn on the ESPN and talk about Kenosha County girls soccer, for example. So here's the one thing they control. Here's the one area where there's a big fish in the little pond, and yet they still continue to strike out, to stretch that analogy a little bit. So the death of local newspapers is bad for our community. It's really bad for people who want to keep control on their local government. Now, you're lucky in the fact that you got a pretty honest, somewhat honest politician like myself.
Sorry, we got a bad connection here.
Yeah, I'd give myself a B- on that grade. But some other politicians fail that, and you need local newspapers and local journalists to keep them accountable. And you just can't depend on the Kenosha Today shows for that. You guys only are here 2 hours. 2 hours a week.
Anthony,
we need more than that.
I got a question to ask you. Does the mayor know you're calling me this morning?
He is probably spitting out his coffee even as we speak.
Now, Anthony, I have a question for you. Would you have been fired for your job as a Kenosha news carrier if you had not tied a brick to the Kenosha News and threw it through Howard Brown's window every morning?
Accidentally.
Hey, Howard Brown liked me, okay? I count my success in this town by the people who like me. People like Howard Brown like me. Paul Whiteside Sr. likes me.
Oh, you
used to like me.
We like you. We like you.
Well,
that's an understatement.
The other guys,
Scott loves you.
The other guys are all passed on. I have dreams about you in lime green stretch pants.
I know. But luckily, Irish Ruth is there to console you at night, so that helps.
Oh, you were doing so well.
The Kenosha News thing was, I was trying to make it efficient, so I didn't want to get out of my car to walk to deliver the papers. I'd pull up into people's drives and throw the paper at their door, and they got very upset by that. But I was an independent contractor. As long as they got the newspaper and it wasn't wet, what the hell do they care?
Yeah.
Anthony, you probably, I've seen you lately in their pictures. It looks like you're kind of lacking some exercise, so it probably would have behooved you to get your little fanny out of the car.
We almost went a whole segment without mentioning that Anthony Kennedy is fat. Man, we almost went a whole segment, dude.
You brought it up.
No, you started it. You started pictures of your lack of exercise.
Hey,
I don't talk about you being a drunk, so why are you talking about me being fat? Come on, man.
I am not a drunk.
I'm sorry.
He's a professional.
I'm a professional. That's right. Hey, did you hear the news? There's this prisoner in Alabama who's pregnant, and she's trying to pin it on me.
Alabama, man. Just, it's so disheartening to hear what's going on down there. I don't know. It hurts me to think about it. My kids went to school in Alabama. My one son graduated from Tuskegee. My other son graduated from Alabama.
Oh, really?
From Auburn University.
Hey.
And
maybe it was you, Anthony. Maybe it was you who got this gal impregnated.
I have a note from my doctor, so I'm fine.
Oh, just like me in '86, I had that special knee operation, right? I can just see you going in the courtroom. I have a note, Your Honor. Hey,
well, and here's the thing, though. I'm a market guy, right? I'm changing the subject here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I believe in the market, right? So I believe that if the Kenosha News does cease existence, the market will demand something. And maybe we're talking about Kenosha Today, the daily edition.
Oh, God.
Huh?
Anthony, I can tell you, I've been looking at a long time about starting an alternative news source on the internet and doing all of that stuff. Unfortunately, when they found that I was involved, the quotes for liability insurance were so astronomical that
Anthony,
it made it financially unfeasible.
I like your joke about Kenosha today. Every day, but I don't know that that would fly. But then I got to do some serious stuff, right?
Well, yeah, then you got to do what's called journalism and not the shtick that you call radio entertainment.
Okay. Hey, one last question. What's going on with the Uptown, the streetscape? I mean, we got some great plans and suggestions for that Walk of Fame, that triangle.
I don't know if I'm a big in favor of the Central Corridor Boulevard thing, but anything that we can do to revitalize that area and bring some interest in it, I'm all for. And this has been a collaborative process. This is not something that's dreamed up in the desk of somebody. There's been a lot of input, so it'll be good to see something happening over there. I haven't looked in detail, but is the angled parking going to be out, or is that
apparently it's
still in?
supposed to be straight in?
Straight in.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a big fan of the angled parking, man. I think when I was on the Parks Commission, I tried to put angled parking around Anderson Field on the south side. I thought that would help alleviate some of the parking problems and spill over into the neighborhoods that people are always complaining about down there.
But I like your idea. I'll toot your horn too. And when you proposed having a color contest in the Uptown area and have all the kids bring in chalk and draw body outlines of the guys laying in the street, that was brilliant.
Because it's filled with crime and
It is?
I see the underlying thing that you're trying to.
There's
put across
bullets
there.
whizzing out. Forget the kiosk. Put a bulletproof vest in a kiosk and put it in there. Put it saying no diving off the curb.
Some of that advertising money you could use to hire writers to write this stuff for you.
Well, come up with something better. Come up with something better, Anthony.
Maybe my third career in Kenosha, after Kenosha News delivery person, alderman. Maybe I'll become a Kenosha Today.
One last comment, then I got
writer.
One last comment, then I got to let you go. Can you update your profile picture to me?
No, that one picture on the council, that is my picture. That is the best picture ever taken of me. That is my Tinder profile. That's my Grindr profile. That is the one that's going to be in my obituary. That is the best picture ever taken of me, man.
Now tell everybody the truth.
You're on Grindr?
You're on Grindr.
Does your wife know about this?
Shut up. You swiped left and right.
Now tell the truth. You're wearing lime green stretch pants underneath the desk. Nobody can see that, right?
That's between you and me, baby.
All right, sweetheart. Well,
bye,
give my kisses to the mayor. I guess we're done.
Thank you, Anthony.
It's always a delight when he calls in.
Sure.
We've got to take one more break here, huh?
Yes, we do.
All right, we'll be back in 2 minutes.
First day to end the show. Woo!
Well, no, it was a little troubling. Then Anthony Kennedy said he was on Grindr, and
troubling how? You've been swiping right on him.
Well, and you guys joke about his lime green stretch pants?
Well, yeah.
Hello. Anyway, if you just joined us, this is the May 18th edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. The good news, we are still here broadcasting live to over 1 point.
That's the good news.
Well, I guess so.
All right.
To over 1.4
Matter of
million
opinion,
people.
I suppose.
Like Anthony says, if the Kenosha News goes out, we might have Kenosha Today for today. I don't know if I could do 2 hours 5 days a week.
You can't hardly do 2 hours one day a week.
I get nervous.
Sure, that's the problem.
Then I'd have to do serious stuff, and I'm not.
Then you'd have to actually, prepare a show, and
I prepare a show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is Mother's Day weekend.
And it's Mother's Day weekend. Yeah, okay, very prepared.
Being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. I can just see Mr. Perry going down to the Kenosha News tomorrow and say, you better stay in business.
Yeah, right.
We'll subsidize it.
Right.
With us this morning, the ever-loving Elmo the Fixer's here.
I have to challenge something you said before. When you were talking about the television broadcast and things like that, you said that, is it better to watch when you're drunk at 2:30 in the morning on Saturday morning, or to listen to it sober at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. How do you know the people listening to us are sober?
Well, from the number of calls and the people call in, they're probably pretty well smashed by this time. I said that over an hour and a half ago.
It took him an hour and a half to process that thought.
Oh, no, I just hold it in abeyance until the right time.
Abeyance. Hey, speaking of abeyance, from a galaxy far, far away.
Abeyance, not obeyance.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The spider love.
Now spell that for me.
And along with our engineer board operator, Wack Wayne, is hanging on my every word. And looking at the writing on my shirt.
Right.
We are here each and every Saturday morning from 10 a.m. until noon. And if you happen to miss this nonsense, you can always tune in tomorrow at noon and relive all the magic of this morning's broadcast. Yes. And don't forget to join the Kenosha Today Nation. Like us on Facebook. Status of the Secret Word Challenge to win a $20 Boathouse gift card from Barter's Financial Planning Services. Still yet to be named. Elmo, you want to give a hint?
Yes, I do have a clue here. So this word is sometimes used in a phrase to describe this show.
Oh, my God.
He has a clue, we think.
262-694-1050. And now, normally, boys and girls, it's time for this week's special editorial segment, High Five Zingers and Doofuses. And I was trying to get more listeners involved, so I thought I would let... Okay, I don't have one.
What do you mean you don't have one? That's what we're doing here.
Well, the music sounds good. All right,
how about this?
That's
there
the zinger.
All right. He's angry. He did bad things. And we're surrounded by doofuses. Yes, got it. And that's...
And there you have it, folks, as the spit guard...
As the spit guard turns, or the cough guard, or as a sneeze guard. We don't know, but it's that big plexiglass thing on top of a salad bar. So.
Yeah, see?
That one's weird, but...
Yes?
Yeah.
Good morning on Kenosha Today.
Yeah, I want you to guess the word.
Go ahead.
Train wreck.
That's close.
That's
Words.
close. You're very close, but actually that's their picture on the Facebook page. If you ever look there, it's a picture of a train wreck.
So are you done? Are you there?
What?
That is incorrect.
Oh, who did we speak to? What's your name?
This is Corporal Kaputsky.
Didn't I serve with you back in the big one?
The big one?
You and I went to a couple strip clubs together back in the day, didn't we?
I don't think we ever saw the big one.
It's probably better.
Enough about me. Corporal Kaputsky.
Okay, my commandant is coming. I have to go. Good night.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye. Oh, boy.
Here comes the hate texts. Okay. Scott, it's very...
I was just seeing if somebody, I'd like to... Okay.
You notice my phone is turned over, so I don't even look at it here.
Anyway, I guess we're done with the High Five Zingers and Doofuses. But train wreck was kind of close, but just if you want to try to guess it. And why don't you do Union Park Tavern?
Union Park Tavern, 4528th Avenue.
He stumbles around a little bit. And,
A little bit?
Well, you don't... I mean, on this thing here. Not literally.
Yeah.
But you don't criticize him.
Is that a song?
You don't criticize him.
Oh, for stumbling on his words?
Well,
That's because I don't hang on his every word. I just wait till you say, turn his mic off. He's had enough.
Hey, next week, can you come dress me in the morning so I put something on a little appropriate?
Yep. Keep you off the Alabama kick?
Yeah. A big thank you to the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, 497. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Let's see. Now
We're all doomed.
I'm cleaning up the bottom of the barrel. Did you see this article in New York where the guy crashed his helicopter into the Hudson?
I didn't actually see that article.
You didn't?
I did not.
You want to see a picture right here?
Oh, yeah, that's a good looking picture.
We saw that on television.
Yeah, we saw it. And, everybody's going to the Hudson like 10 years ago when Sully,
Yeah, crashed that plane down in the Hudson.
So, a Kenosha trolley, anybody's riding on the trolley.
Yeah.
And they get in an accident, and the driver, don't be alarmed when the driver says, hey, we're heading for the Hudson.
We're going to crash right in the Hudson. Everything will be fine.
I always told you those things could float.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that.
So helicopter guy, New York, crashes into the Hudson. That's the whole story, huh?
Well, he lived.
Was he drunk? Did he lose control? What's the story? You gave me the headline.
Well, we don't have a lot of helicopters landing in the Hudson.
Well,
so there's the story right there.
That's it?
Boy,
was there an accident?
I don't think I'm cut out
Engine
for this.
failure?
I'm not cut out for this news crap.
Did you run out of gas? Was he on his way to the boathouse for a funeral luncheon? And
he was trying to land at Barter Manor, but he kind of miscalculated.
Yeah. You know, he was
actually, I think he hit it right on the head.
He was trying to put in my garage door code, and he accidentally hit down in the Hudson. He goes. There was a story of a man that was kicked off.
Is it a full story or is it just the headline?
Well, no.
I'm just curious.
I got stuff underlined here. Look at that.
Oh, okay. You're prepared on this one.
Highlighted. Oh, boy.
Man kicked off Southwest flight for vodka joke. A man was thrown off a Southwest Airlines flight for a joke about vodka, which he was allegedly directed at a. He directed this comment at a cabin crew member.
So stewardess. Flight attendant, if you will.
This was on Wednesday.
She was rather testy.
From a flight from Sacramento to Austin. They had a long delay, and everybody was, kind of getting a little antsy.
Sure.
In fact, they were delayed 3 to 4 hours.
Everybody stuck on the plane for 3 to 4 hours, huh?
This guy says, wow, I hope that's vodka. Oh, the guy orders some water.
Yeah.
And he says, I hope that's vodka because we've been sitting here too long. Innocent enough.
Sure.
Well, the attendant got a little testy and says, yeah, it's vodka. And when she moved to another row, the man joked, hey, this isn't vodka. And he gets thrown off.
Yeah.
For that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess they don't take any guff
They're
anymore.
not taking no guff, yeah.
This is why when I'm going to Sturtevant, I'm driving. I'm taking Captain Mike, and he'll Uber me to Sturtevant. I'm not taking no airline.
No, probably a good idea.
But, I mean, he didn't even threaten anybody. Here's the picture of the vodka. Jeez. Did you ever have that, Elmo? Were you ever kicked out of a bar for not... Oh. I know the last time he thought vodka was water when he came over to my house.
It had about, well, no, I thought it was gasoline, given the quality of the stuff that you're serving over there.
He says, I'll take a little bracer, because, a couple, 3, 4 inches on the rocks.
Couple, 3 fingers.
And he says, what's this swill?
Starts breathing fire. No, don't light that match. Yeah.
Here's a troubling story. The city council speaker, Corey Johnson,
Where?
is in New York City,
Okay.
has introduced legislation to ban all sales of fur apparel in the Big Apple. And they're having a public hearing on it. And I've never heard of this because they're saying that the little minks and, there's a picture of a gal and a mink here. And they're going to take action to clean up clearly society's sediment that this is, it's not cool.
They're also banning skyscrapers in New York, which makes a whole lot of sense out there. So.
They think that including skin in whole or part with hair fibers attached is not very good. And they're saying the bill will not ban leather or the sale of used furs, but you can't sell a
new fur. Okay.
What's a new fur?
It's a new fur. Now I understand why I have so much problems. And meanwhile, the animal rights folks have organized into a coalition called Fur Free New York City. I think this is... I can just see Anthony Kennedy's going to ban all fur. So instead, so what they should do, they should. Is he done? Oh, that's troubling that you know that. So what's troubling here is if you ban them, like minks and that from selling them in a coat, so you can just take the little things to the freezer. Put the little rodents in the freezer, and then you can put them on, sell them at Walmart, and eat them in a soup. That's rodent on a stick. Mink is, it's a delicacy here. At least it is at
We
Barter
could do
Manor.
it and get some of the skunks out of Spider's pool and do that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're kind of winding down here.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Here's the story. The Detroit Catholic Church is reclaiming Sunday as a holy day with a new policy to cease youth sports. Apparently, the Archbishop of Detroit announced a new policy to cease youth sporting activities on Sunday, and we are committed, the Archdiocese of Detroit is committed to setting aside this day as much as possible for God-entering pursuits such as Mass, personal prayer, Bible studies.
Do they have youth sports at Our Lady of the Long Island?
Yeah. It's called order a appetizer. But see, in Kenosha at the Our Lady of the Long Islands, the Bishop Syka Stably runs that parish down there.
Okay. What happened to Father Marcus? What, did he get demoted or something?
Well, I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks. Well, he's non-denominational, and Bishop Sy is a man of the cloth, I think. So, anyway, I always thought that Sundays were set aside for people to listen to Kenosha Today replays. That's
true.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Going to preempt the Packers in the fall.
And the Sunday brunch at the boathouse. I think that's kind of all there. I got one story left, so.
What are we going to do for the last 10
This was in
minutes?
Georgia.
Georgia. Isn't that right by Alabama?
Yeah.
But
and what did you do now? What did you do, Scott?
I didn't do nothing.
Uh-huh.
The Georgia governor is vetoing a bill that was going to require elementary schools to have recess every day so the kids could get out and play around and have exercise.
Well, that sounds good.
And he says, and it was supposed to include an average of 30 minutes a day.
Why do you need a law to do that? Shouldn't that be up to the individual school to decide what they're going to do there? So?
And his comment was, after he vetoed it, we like our kids fat in Georgia. I mean,
interesting.
I mean, that's not like he's legalizing pot.
Be a whole lot cooler if he did.
Well,
they could do that and get all the kids stoned, and they get the munchies, and then they eat and get fat.
Right.
Yeah, feed them Twinkies.
We're doing everything that guy wants to do. All right.
Cheetos, man.
Twinkies never go bad.
Bugles, Funyuns.
Yeah, Bugles.
I had one other story here that was called, a new study suggests that slower walking people have shorter lifespans. And I was thinking...
What if they're dragging a leg behind them?
Probably longer lifespans then.
Well, where's my other story? Got to get out of here. Anyway, the researchers studied data. 470,000 people are slow walking, on the average, slow walking underweight men, and women live the shortest lifespans at 64 years. And actually, women live 72. That's life expectancy now, 72. Actually, that's not life. That's just because you're walking. Shoot, I'm almost 70, and I should be dead.
Wow.
And if this keeps up, I probably will be. Anyway, I thought of this Dennis when I read this story, because when his wife drags his ass to the mall,
right?
Step it up, Dennis.
Right.
And I haven't heard from him.
Faster pace, buddy.
Yeah. Get to the food court quicker and start putting down the ice cream. So that's the end of that story.
It's like, Captain Mike wants to put this electric motor on his contraption. So
I heard he's bought it. Did he buy it already?
I have no idea. It said it was like $2,000 to have it retrofitted on there. Geez. A DC servo motor on that thing, variable speed. So it's.
Where does he keep that? If they're busting in his house, what do you think they're going to do? Anybody going to steal that thing?
He has a attachment to his house. Let's put it that way, a little shed type unit.
He
keeps it in, so it's all locked up.
That's really embarrassing when a guy breaks into your car and doesn't take anything. nothing there worth of value. Well, boys and girls, we covered a good amount of. You want to give? No, give we got 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
Of the secret word.
Call in. This is a word used in a phrase often used to describe this show. So.
And train wreck was already taken. But if you want to use it again and be a loser again, go ahead, be my guest.
And the word has been used today by us in the studio.
Oh, God, I can't remember what by who. Did I?
I think Wayne said it.
Oh, I know. Okay, I remember. I even said it.
With the chopper.
Don't tell, Spider. So next week is Memorial Day weekend, and I think we'll do our Memorial Day segment where people can call in on a serious note and give a tribute to a family member, or living or dead, and give a tribute to their military career. And my military career wasn't worth mentioning a whole lot. So.
They didn't even give you a bullet.
Yeah, Barney.
Yeah, all they did is reduce me from a corporal to a private, and I'm guarding this theater in the rain, and I went in to watch Paint Your Wagon, and by Lee Marvin, and who else was Lee Marvin and Clint Eastwood, and the guy he comes in the guard of the day. He got all upset because I wasn't standing on the corner in the rain, and I says, I got this M16, you don't even give me a bullet, what am I supposed to do? Say, stop, or I'll shoot? Yeah.
Whack him over the head with it.
Are you kidding? I was a lover, not a fighter. Describes my military career. But anyway, getting back to that, next week, Memorial Day. And then we got one more show, and then coming up June 8th, we are going to be gone.
On hiatus.
On hiatus for 1 week.
When are we going on hiatus?
June 8th. We just made it and then we're going to take another
executive decision.
Probably the last week of June. I think it's the 29th, and the other end over